Well, good morning, everybody. Welcome to a special Wednesday edition of the live show here on the real estate Facebook group. I had to go to Charlotte for business yesterday pretty early, so we had to postpone the show till today. My name is Zeno Lancaster. I'm the owner of Lancaster Law Firm, headquartered here in Asheville, North Carolina, with offices in Hendersonville and Canton. We have really enjoyed getting to work with some of you new folks that haven't worked with us before that have sent us over work because of these lives. So that's pretty exciting. We're getting probably 2 or 3 new files a week from brand new realtors to us that we haven't worked with, and I really appreciate that, guys. It's great to get to work with some of you. So please, if you guys are looking for a home for your contracts, please consider us. We'd love to work with you. We do have 3 other attorneys on staff. We have a paralegal team of, 5 or 6 now. We have full-time title abstractor, so we can control your search times. We don't freelance that out like a lot of other offices do. What else? Dedicated post-closing paralegal to make sure things get recorded and dispersed quickly. Dedicated setup paralegal to make sure things get set up and engaged quickly. Efficiency is the name of the game. Communication is the name of the game. So we hope we can work with you soon. Anyway, I'm here to talk about escalation clauses today. I got 2 questions this past week about escalation clauses, and I always cringe when someone asks me about them because that means they're probably going to try to use one. Don't use escalation clauses. I'm here to convince you, and some of you will disregard that, shrug it off, and use them anyway. And that's okay. This is just my 2 cents. I'm often wrong. I would love to hear in the comments below as I go through this, or just in general about your thoughts on escalation clauses, where you think I might have this wrong, or if you think I have it right. Whatever you guys think, I'd love to hear more about it. But I can tell you they do exist. They're still out there, and no offense, I am here to fight the battle of eradicating them. It's not helping anyone, in my opinion, guys, and I'm going to explain why. So yeah, that's what we're going to talk about today, escalation clauses, what they are. So if any of you don't happen to know what they are, I'll make it simple. You have an apple to sell, and I want to buy that apple. 5 other people want to buy that apple as well. And I say, hey, I'll offer you $5 for that apple. But if someone offers you more money for that, just know that I'll go up in increments of $1 based on that apple. It's kind of like eBay. If you've ever bid on eBay, you can bid, if there's a 99-cent pot on eBay and you bid $100, eBay only makes you pay 99 cents if you win it and no one else bids. But if someone bids $10, it'll raise your bid to $10.01 to outbid theirs up to $100. It's a maximum bid. Escalation clauses are maximum bids. They do not work in real estate, not almost ever. And if they do work, they probably worked at the end of you all committing fraud and real estate commission violations. So maybe it's not worth it to be practicing real estate for a good time and not a long time. So I'm going to go over all of that, and that's not to, in the words of our Commander-in-Chief, I'm not trying to scare you, but you should be scared. Keep this in mind, okay? So the commission, and if that doesn't make sense on how I explain the escalation clauses, put it in the comments, and I'm sure someone can explain it better than I did. The commission stance. So I pulled this up, and then I guess I deleted the web page. That's great. But anyway, from what I read on the commission stance, they strongly discourage use of escalation clauses. They do allow them. But here's the thing. They actually have a page dedicated to pitfalls. And the pitfalls all come after one very important rule. Okay, you cannot share a buyer's offer information ever without their permission with the other side or anyone else, as far as I understand. You can't do it. So start there. Not, well, Zeno, what about this? What about this? Did you get permission from the buyer who submitted that $5 bid on that apple to share his $5 bid with everyone? Did you do that? and you have someone else offering $6 on that apple. Did you get their permission to share the price? Did you do that? And what person out there, what idiot, if I may, is going to say, yes, please go share my purchase price with the competing buyer so that he can pay more? What idiot is going to do that ever? Why would they do that? It's never going to happen. You're never going to, unless you mislead that other client into I don't know how you would convince a client to do that. And put it in the comments if I'm wrong. Put it in the comments if I'm missing how you convince a buyer to share their bid with another buyer who wants to outbid them. It's never going to happen. Right there, you're done. You cannot use an escalation clause, period. Can't do it. You're not going to be able to, I mean, you can throw it out there into the world, but in no event is the listing agent or other buyer's agents going to be able to get that permission you need. It's not going to happen. So right then and there, that escalation clause attempt dies, in my opinion. And if it doesn't die right there, you guys are sharing those prices and say, look, you're outbid by $3,000. You need to raise it for your escalation clause. I guarantee you that's happening out there without getting those buyers' permissions. You guys are going to be practicing for a good time and not a long time if that buyer finds out about that. You just cost him the purchase by disclosing his price information to the other side without his permission. I have to think that's a pretty big one with the commission if you were to get in trouble with that. So please be careful with that. And buyer's agents, you might want to ask the listing agents, has anyone submitted an escalation clause to monitor that? I don't know. It's a lot to keep up with, and listing agents. I'm not here to call you guys dishonest or liars or anything like that. I don't think you are. I think that realtors make mistakes with these escalation clauses though sometimes and forget to get permissions they need. I think that I'm going to go through this. So that's number one. In the rare event you get all the buyers' permissions to share their offers, or the ones that you're going to share and use to use the escalation agreement, in the rare event you get that somehow, and the buyer's an idiot, in my opinion, no offense to anyone else that's used one and said, yes, you can share it, I disagree with that mentality. I don't understand why you'd want to help someone beat you. But, okay, so let's say they all give it. This is why you're hurting, in my opinion, yourself and your buyer that you're putting in offers for. I think that these are unenforceable and unreliable. If I bring a buyer to buy a house and put in an offer, and I submit with my offer an escalation clause, I have no idea whether that listing agent is even looking at that. I have no idea if they're going to honor it. I have no idea if they're going to lie to me about the price being run up. And again, you guys will say, well, we'll get proof. What proof are you going to get? The only proof of that would be another buyer's offer. They're never going to get that permission. So either we're operating without buyer's permissions, which is a no-no, and you're going to get in trouble for that. It's going to happen eventually, if it hasn't happened already. Or you're being lied to, and you're not going to have that proof. Or they got that buyer's permission, and you're just not going to know. You're going to have to trust the listing agent that they're not running up your offer. They already know what you'll pay. Most of you putting in escalation agreements say, I'll pay up to $240. Well, they already know you're going to pay up to $240. I guarantee you a lot of those are going to be, okay, well, we'll take $240 then. Hey, the escalation clauses mean that you need to pay $240. Thank you for your offer. It's accepted. I think they're unenforceable. I think they're unreliable. I think you're never going to know if it's true or if it's probable. Okay. It's typically contrary to what the listing agents are asking for anyways. If they got 20 offers and they ask for highest and best and you lowball them with the escalation clause, I can tell you what I'm telling my listing agent to do with that. I don't have time for that. I don't have time to negotiate in a seller's market. Send me your highest and best. And I know people don't even like that term, but honestly, you're going to have to get over that. It's a seller's market. And I've certainly advised all of my clients to throw away the escalation clause and offer what they're happy offering. It's pretty simple. If you're happy offering that number, offer it. It's not the time and place right now to lowball people. And if it's a crappy property that doesn't have any bids on it, you don't need an escalation clause. You'll be the only offer on there. You can lowball them. So I just don't understand it. I can't wrap my mind around it, guys. We don't need to be using these. If a listing agent gets a stack of 20 contracts, the first impression on those contracts is going to be the purchase price. I don't know, some other little nice things you put in there. It's not going to be the escalation clause that's 20 pages back that says, we wanted to lowball you because we think your property's worth garbage, but we will come up and buy it if other people are bidding more. If they're giving you more love than we are, we'll give you some more love. What are we doing? Why are we dating that guy? Date the guy that showed you the love to begin with. The more love. Why are you dating the guy that hated you until someone else loved you more? Come on, I just don't get it. So yeah, it's like a resume. You know, when you're putting in an offer on property, you're submitting a resume. Hey, this is what we're bringing to the table. We want you to see our resume over all those 20 other resumes you just received. We need to make ours stand out. So we're going to lowball you and make you compare our offer to all 20 other offers you've got. What listing agent has time for that? What listing agent or sellers are going to do that? I just don't see it happening. And now you've come across as a cheapskate that doesn't love their property. Let's see, what else? Let's say they are used. Like I said, how do you know the listing agent's not just making this up, running up your price? You're not going to have any proof, and the listing agent can simply say, oh, the buyers don't give me permissions to share their offers. You're just going to have to trust me. Y'all are crazy if you're doing that. I mean, you better know and love that listing agent, and for your own clients' health and liability and all that, you better hope they're telling you the truth. I guess again, I would just say, why do that versus just sellers? If you're trying to do that, just send them counter offers. I also don't understand that part of the game. If I'm selling my house and I get 10 offers, I want all offers by 5 on Friday, and I get 10 offers. I don't know. I'm not just accepting the highest if I don't like it. I'm countering if I want to. Just counter if you don't like the prices. That's just my thoughts on it. But yeah, you're not going to know for sure that a listing agent's not running the price up on you, or a seller if there's no listing agent involved. It's for sale by owner. Why can't that happen? It could. So let's see. Without a buyer's permission, you cannot share anything about their offer. We've talked about that. I believe the listing agent can get themselves in trouble here. If they say, you owe me $3,000 more, well, we can all do math. If it's a $200,000 offer and you got to bring yours up $3,000, you've just shared another buyer's offer with me. You've just done it without their permission, most likely. You've just committed fraud and could get yourself in trouble with the commission. So listing agents, if I'm you in a seller's market where I don't need this crap in my life, I'm getting offers all over the place, I'm throwing these away, or just saying, I'm sending it back and saying, out of being polite, please, this is rejected unless you can just send us your best offer without it. We're not taking these. Because you're just bringing extra liability on yourselves in a seller's market where, good grief, you don't need that. You've got people that love you more without fraud, without potential liability. Throw these out. Don't even, that's my advice. I'm an anti-liability guy. I'm trying to keep you guys safe and not having to drive to Raleigh. Throw them out. You're just opening yourselves up for not even fraud, but someone alleging fraud. This just gives someone the ability to say, I don't believe he got the permission. I believe he shared this without permission. Whether you did or not, a disgruntled buyer who didn't win might file that against you. Why are you bothering with these? Let's see, what else have I got? Also, these are probably going to be more cost to your clients. The commission loves these so much that they've stopped letting you draft them. So you've got to go to an attorney to draft them. Some of you are doing that correctly. Some of you are still drafting all your legal documents, and you know who you are. Good luck with that. Go practice for a good time and not a long time. Eventually there's gonna be a claim, and when those claims come out, they claim on every little thing they can think of. Don't draft your own documents, guys. Anyway, that's a whole other show. But when you go to an attorney to draft this escalation clause, which would at least be partially correct to do, If that attorney is me, I'm going to charge you for that. So because I think your offer will be rejected. So I think I'm never going to see a closing out of this. This is not something, oh, they're going to use you at closing. Don't worry. No, the offer's never going to get accepted. I know this because I see escalation clauses with accepted contracts sent to my office once every 6 months, maybe. I'd love to hear in the comments if you guys are seeing something different. They don't work. Why would you use something that doesn't? Why would you use something that works so poorly? That's another thing. The success rate on these things is awful. Why are you bothering? And again, I'm just telling you what I see in my contracts that people send over. I don't see these very often, so it must not work. But also, I'm going to charge you to draft them. So your client's going to pay more to lose. They're going to pay more to not have their contract accepted when they could have paid less and paid a price that they were happy buying for the home for less. What if there's multiple escalation clauses? God help me if there are, but that's 5 times the fun, guys. 5 times the problems, the liability, the unenforceability, the questions. 5 times the potential claim filers who didn't win the property because you guys allowed escalation clauses to be involved in this transaction. I just don't get it. I don't see the win. I mean, I really don't see the win. I don't see how this is at all helpful for any of you. Maybe the seller just uses that to increase the price point. Maybe they get those 5 escalation clauses. If it's me, I'm a pretty shrewd seller. If I receive 5 escalation clauses, first of all, you guys know my opinion, so I'm already going to be mad that they lowballed me, that they love me so little that they aren't going to love me more if other people love me. I'm already going to be disgruntled as a seller. I'm raising my price. I'm so sorry that you guys were happy with what I had it listed at. I'm glad to see there's so much interest. I'm raising my price. You guys are all trying to bid against each other anyway. I'm going to raise my price. So then you might be costing your buyer's clients even more money. And then let's see. Yeah. Guys, I'm happy to talk to your clients about this. I know that one little response you might have for me is, yeah, well, Zeno, I agree with you, but you know what? My buyer wants me to use one. I'm happy to talk to your buyer about that. I want them to win. I want them to win. I want you to win. If you don't win and they don't win, I don't win, right? I want you to win. I want them to win. This is not how you win. And I can tell you that I have a pretty good success rate at talking people out of using these in about a 5-minute conversation. So you guys want your buyers to submit their best offer. It's not an escalation clause offer. That is not their best offer by definition. So I'm happy to help you get them to do that. Send them over. Shoot me an email with them copied. Ask them, shoot me an email with their phone number. I'm happy to call them. It will not take me long, and it'll increase your offers. So happy to help with that, guys, if that helps. But I'm here to tell you, if you want my 2 cents, buyer's agents don't use these. Seller's agents reject them out of liability. Just reject them. I mean, you're never going to get those buyers' permissions to share the price point. And if you share the price point, I mean share it. It doesn't define it further. If you say it's $3,000 over, you just shared it without a buyer's permission. You are now guilty of fraud. And don't go there, guys. Throw them away. Why are you bringing that into your lives? So that's my 2 cents. Don't commit fraud, even by accident. You've had my warning on there. Please do comment on anything below that you think I have wrong. We can iron that out. Maybe I'll learn something. Please share this with anyone. Please invite anyone you think should see this this live video to the group. Please invite anyone you think could contribute to the group. Again, my name's Zeno Lancaster. Love to work with you guys. If you have any questions, feel free to comment below. Email me at zeno@lancasterlawfirm.com. Please follow us on Instagram at Lancaster Law Firm. I'm at flying_casual. Like us on Facebook. We have Facebook pages and everything else. Thanks, guys. Have a great week. Stay safe, stay smart.